I kind of have a theory. You know how, like, the Wii was a big console for, like, one of the best-selling consoles of all of Nintendo's history? And they kind of started bringing back old franchises, like some Metroid Prime, and they brought back Donkey Kong Country in the first time in forever, and Wario Land, and much others, I believe. I feel like the same exact thing is happening with the Switch 2. They're bringing back some old franchises like DK, and they're making a Metroid Prime 4, which have been in development for a while, I believe. I am a big Wario Land fan, so I hope that they will bring Wario Land back too. The Wii was a good console, best console to probably bring back some of these franchises. And I kind of hope they do the same exact thing on the Switch 2. Depending on the person you ask, the Switch 2 is a big success, in my opinion. And I think Bonanza is a big helper because this game looks fun. I've seen a lot of people say this game is the reason that they're getting Switch 2. And me included, this game seems like crack. Also, a couple more information on this game. I haven't stopped by a Walmart, my local Walmart, to check if they have a Switch 2 Kiosk, I think it's called, and see if they have Bonanza. Because I don't believe I have a Switch 2 kiosk in my Walmart. But there is a Switch 1 kiosk. Anyways, back to the topic. It's uncommon for Nintendo to have Donkey Kong to be like a big priority, to be like very close to launch. I think back in like the 80s or whatever, when Rare were making Donkey Kong games, it was really common that they were kind of close, I believe, to the Switch. I mean, to the Nintendo consoles timeline. But this is awesome. And I hope they bring back other franchises. Wario Land would be amazing. Wario Land, oh my god. They haven't had an entry in a while. I'm a crazy I'm not Nintendo, Wario Land fan. But those games are fun, especially the first four. I plan to actually buy Wario Shake It for my Wii. Yes, I still have a Wii, and I'll always have a Wii. I love the Wii. Had peak games. And yeah, this is kind of a video about, I hope this console is kind of like the Wii, bringing back old franchises that have not seen the light of day in a while. Yeah, that's kind of what I hope for. And if they do bring back like all these games, I think this might be the best Nintendo console. I know, don't get too mad. But I hope this might be better than the Wii, actually. It's not too gimmicky, I hope. I've seen some games that look kind of gimmicky, like that wheelchair basketball game with the mouse controls, but hopefully you can play without it. That game does look fun. It really does. You might be thinking, the same launch trials doesn't mean they will do probably the same stuff. Well, you're right. But it doesn't stop me from hoping that these consoles are not too different from their lineups. Heck, they're making another Splatoon spin-off game. That might be their new big franchise, or one of the tops. I'm kind of glad Nintendo's making a new franchise. Again, another side tangent, but why do I do that? But whatever. But yeah, I hope they do that. They did it with Returns. They reinvented 2D Donkey Kong, and now they're doing Donkey Kong Bonanza. They're reinventing 3D Donkey Kong. I think that's all I have to say about this cool little idea theory type thing I'm doing here. And see you guys in the next one. I have a subscription goal, though. If and when I hit 100 subscribers, I'll make a Mario vs. Donkey Kong video, ranking every one of the bosses.